Happy New Year, everybody. It is 2023.
Happy New Year.
Can you believe it?
We made it.
It is January 1st and we are home for the holidays once again.
We are. We're still home. We never left.
And our tree is still up.
Still up.
We're pretty traditional when it comes to Christmas. We set up our tree.
And we never take it down.
The day after Thanksgiving. And we take it down between January 1st and January 6th. So,
yes. So
depending on the weather.
Tomorrow, it's coming down.
Yes. Because today, we're going to chill together with you.
Yes.
Yes. We have some awesome things coming up in this service. We're going to start with worship like we do every week. So let's join our worship team and just prepare our hearts to receive from the Lord.
welcome you to worship with us this morning. To give God your praise, because He is worthy. We worship the God who was. We worship the God who is. We worship the God who evermore will be. Doors, He parted the raging sea. My God, He holds the victory. Yeah. There's joy in the house of the Lord. There's joy in the house of the Lord today. And we won't be quiet. We'll shout out your praise. There's joy in the house of the Lord. Our God is surely in this place. And we won't be quiet. We shout out your praise. We shout out your praise. We sing to the God who heals. We sing to the God who saves. We sing to the God who always makes a way. 'Cause He hung up on that cross and He rose up from that grave. My God, still rolling stones away. There's joy in the house of the Lord. There's joy in the house of the Lord today. And we won't be quiet. We shout out your praise. There's joy in the house of the Lord. Our God is surely in this place. And we won't be quiet. We shout out your praise. Shout it out. We shout out your praise. Now we're royalty. We were prisoners. And now we're running free. We are forgiven, accepted, redeemed by His grace. Let the house of the Lord sing praise. Sing this with me this morning. We were the beggars, and now we're royalty. We were the prisoners, and now we're running free. We are forgiven, accepted, redeemed by His grace. Let the house of the Lord sing praise. There's joy in the house of the Lord. There's joy in the house of the Lord today. And we won't be quiet. We shout out your praise. There's joy in the house of the Lord. Our God is surely in this place. And we won't be quiet. Come on. We shout out your praise. There's joy in the house of the Lord. There's joy in the house of the Lord today. And we won't be quiet. We shout out your praise. There's joy in the house of the Lord. Our God is surely in this place. And we won't be quiet. We shout out your praise. You are worthy. You are worthy, worthy of our praise. And we won't be quiet. Shout out your praise. Lift up your praise. We shout out your praise. You are worthy.
Happy New Year, ConnectCommunity. My name is Evan Cabanas.
And my name is Austin Brennan.
And we're in downtown Stamford.
What are we doing here, Evan?
We are going to be interviewing people and asking them what's their plans for 2023.
It is upon us.
COVID?
It happens over. 2022 is, I guess, COVID being over.
Yeah.
2022, it felt like a good year to me.
It did.
Yeah.
I'm like, baseball was good, school was good. But I'm ready for 2023, man.
I am too, and I think a lot of people out here are.
A lot of people are.
So join us here on this tour of our city.
See you guys later. What is something that you're excited for to happen in 2023?
I'm excited to start my master's in US. So
Okay.
that's what I'm excited about. And also to go back home and meet my family
And just spend time with
and
them.
spend time with
'Cause-
them and my friends, of course.
Anything in 2023 that you're looking forward to?
Trying not to care so much about my job.
Aren't we all?
Yes.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I need a new job.
Yeah. All right.
Job related.
Denzel,
Yes, hi.
what are you looking forward in 2023?
2023, a girlfriend. Yeah, a girlfriend to take to prom.
Same year, bro. Oh my
for,
god.
oh yeah, right.
No,
just a
I'm
girlfriend.
kidding.
Right?
I'm
oh,
kidding.
Leading up into this next year, what are you looking forward to in 2023?
A new life.
A new life?
Yeah, I'm tired and done with the drama and the stress that I
Dude.
go through now, that we all go through as we
Man.
speak.
Don't we all?
Yeah,
Is there anything that you really don't hope to see in 2023?
I don't hope to see probably less violence because there's, I don't know if you heard it recently about the accident that happened. Just less, speeding, more careful driving and stuff like that. Yeah.
Going into 2023, what is something that you kind of don't want to see?
Another lockdown. I don't want to have to deal with that again.
Yeah, COVID could not happen.
Yeah, COVID. I know, really bad. COVID was really bad. Now, what is something that you're excited for to happen in 2023?
I don't know. Moving into a new apartment or
Moving into a new apartment?
something like that. Something new, some type of new chapter.
New
job,
chapter in your life?
New something, whatever.
I wish you the best. I really hope it's going to
wish you
be an
too.
amazing year for you. And we're part of a church. It's called ConnectCommunity. It meets here in Stamford. And we meet at over at West Hill High School on Sunday at 10:30 a.m. So yeah, if you ever want to stop by, could be great for you in 2023.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're just so glad that everyone is at home enjoying this service. Just a reminder that next week we will be in person at West Hill High School, and we really hope to see you there.
Love it. Can't wait.
Can't wait.
Next Sunday on January 8th, we will kick off our 21 days of prayer and fasting.
It's gonna be exciting. If you guys haven't participated in one of our 21 days of prayer and fasting, we really want to invite you into this. It is a great way to start off the year and get your focus to be on God and really set you up for success in this year to come.
Now, Austin, I have a question. What are you going to be giving up for 21 days?
Let's see. I usually do intermittent fasting throughout the 21 days, so I'll take a few days here and there to just, fast, do the only water for a couple days here and there. But I definitely, that's my fasting aspect, but praying through the 21 days is great, and I try to keep a journal through it so I can look back on it throughout the year. And it's a really great
and if
time.
you guys do not have a Bible, you guys can go outside of where we have the front with all the posters and pick yourself up a Bible. I have one, and it's really good. But fasting, I think I might give up sweets.
Oh, that's
Again,
a good
I
one.
did that last year, and it was challenging, but it was fun.
Yeah, it's a great way to, take that one thing away and focus on God. All right, and that is it for this week's Connect Community News.
And
Happy New Year! And we will see you next week at West Hill High School for service. Looking forward to it. See you guys. New year, new you.
Let's go.
Welcome! 2023 is here. We're so glad you tuned in this morning. Thank you for joining us. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. We'd love to know that you were here, that you were watching us. If you could fill out a Connect card, all that is you tell us that you were here, a little bit of information about you, and we'll send you some information about us and what's coming up in the new year and what we're doing here at Connect Community. So you can just point your camera to the QR code and sign up. Let us know that you are here. And this is our generosity segment, where you have an opportunity to sow into the kingdom of God. Just know that everything that you sow in His kingdom, He is faithful to produce fruit on your behalf. Every seed that you sow is invested into making this happen on Sunday, but also into organizations locally and globally. You can do as you please and as you've been praying and seeking the Lord for. We always tell you here, we're not compulsive givers. We're cheerful givers, but we're planned givers as well. We know that whatever it is that we commit to God, He makes bear fruit. So we are stewards of what He has given us. And I thank you today for sowing a seed, for being a part of what He is doing here in Stamford. Parents, hello. January 15th, keep that date, put it in your calendar. We are kicking off our youth group. That is the first Sunday they are gathering here in person. They will be a part of worship, and then they will go out and have discussions for their age, for their minds, that is appropriate to them. So please make sure you mark your calendars. You want to be here January 15th for the kickoff. We also want to tell you that in January, we are launching a brand new series called Moving Mountains. Say it with me. Moving mountains. That's right. We're going to move mountains in faith. That is why we're praying and fasting as well. We are going to join and we're going to move mountains, believing that God's going to do amazing things in your life, but also in our city and in our state. Can't wait to see you in person next Sunday and every Sunday from there on. You're ours. Love you. Bye.
Hey Connect Community, Happy New Year. We're coming to you today from downtown Stamford, and I just want to share a few thoughts with you about this new year, because it is the first of the year, and how you start the year is so important. It's so important for us to have the right frame of mind, to have the right outlook, and today is a day when we can all bring some of the baggage from last year into today and let it frame how we're going to take on this brand new year. But I want to encourage you and challenge you to broaden your outlook, to open your heart and your mind so that you may start this year in faith, not in doubt, not in worry, but in faith. So let's talk about that. Let me ask you this. What do you worry about? What is constantly on your mind? What are some of the things that steal your attention and your thought process? We're starting a series next week titled Moving Mountains. And it's based on the words of Jesus when he said, if you have faith the size of a mustard seed and you do not doubt, you can tell this mountain, be moved, and it'll be moved. James also talks about asking God for wisdom and asking with no doubting, not doubting, because the one who doubts is like the waves of the sea who gets tossed to and fro. So if I were to ask you to live in faith next year, what do you think is the opposite of faith? What would be the thing pushing back on you and telling you, no? See, sometimes we can get so caught up on the things that we're facing that it's hard for us to get grounded in faith. It's hard for us to look at a mountain, an obstacle, and believe. And that's what I want to talk to you about today, because if you're thinking about faith, what would be the opposite of faith? Based on the words of Jesus and based on the writings of James, what would you say is the opposite of having faith? We will probably think it's doubting, right? Well, how does doubt operate in your life? How does it manifest in your soul, in your mind? Doubt produces uncertainty or comes from uncertainty. And uncertainty gives the grounds and the foundation for worry. When you are uncertain, you worry. You worry when you don't know if you can pay the bills. You worry when you don't know what's happening to your child. You worry when you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You worry if you don't know when you're going to achieve your goals or what is in your future. Worry is the enemy of faith. See, there are two ways for you to look at the future. You can look at the future in worry, or you can look at the future in faith. And today I want to encourage you to look at the future in faith. And I want to give you a tool that's found in the scriptures, a word that God put in our hearts that will be the word of 2023 for us. And that's a psalm that I grew up reciting. My dad taught me when I was a little boy, and I memorized it. And I want to share with you today a few thoughts on this powerful psalm, Psalm 23. The writer, King David, starts by saying, "The Lord is my shepherd." Now, I think it's beautiful how he identifies the Lord, because you might think the Lord is a far distant being, or maybe he's a mean judge. But here David says, the Lord is our shepherd. That means that for those who are close to him, for those who love him, for those who choose to live according to his precepts, he is a shepherd. He cares for you. He is good to you. He's a good God. Jesus said, I am the good shepherd. My sheep know my voice. And he goes on to say, the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. That's a beautiful confession. If you have need in your life, you can confess that to know that the Lord, He takes care of you. He takes care of us. He takes care of our every need. Then He says, He makes me lie down in green pastures. That means the Lord brings rest to our soul. Are you troubled? Are you looking at 2023 with questions in your mind that cause you to worry? Confess this today and say, He makes me lie down in green pastures. That means He makes me lie down in rest, in abundance, and peace. Then He says, He leads me beside still waters. You know, sometimes we face storms in life, but God is the one who brings us to a place of calm, a place of steadiness. Then He says, He restores my soul. I don't know how you've been feeling today. Maybe you might be carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. Maybe you went through things in 2022 that troubled your soul. But let me tell you, the Good Shepherd can restore your soul. Then He says, He leads me in paths of righteousness for His name's sake. I love this verse. I love that it says that God leads us in paths of righteousness, because sometimes we don't desire righteousness. Sometimes we want to choose what is attractive. We want to choose what our cravings want. We want to choose what seems profitable. We want to choose what we want. But sometimes God says no, and He guides us, and He removes people from our lives, and we don't understand in the moment what He's doing. I'll tell you what He's doing. He's guiding you in paths of righteousness. Why? For His name's sake. That means that He wants your life to be a representation of His name. He wants your decisions and what your life is about to carry what He is and who He is. He not only leads you through paths of righteousness for His name's sake, but the psalmist says, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for You are with me. Sometimes we've got to go through situations in life that makes us feel like it's the end. And sometimes we experience the pain and the loss and the grief of death itself. I don't know what kind of 2022 you've had, but today is a new day. Today is a new year. And I got to tell you, you can walk through that valley. You can take step by step and move forward in that valley, because the Lord is with you and you don't have to fear any evil. Then He says, You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. What a beautiful picture. That even though you might be fighting battles, even though you might be facing enemies, God is for you and He is with you. He prepares a table before you in the presence of your enemies. Do you have critics? Do you have enemies that you're fighting against? Know that God will not leave you. He will not forsake you. Not only that, He will honor you in the presence of your enemies. And then the psalmist ends with this beautiful affirmation saying, surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me. Another translation says, surely steadfast love will follow me. That's the assurance of those who are in relationship with the Good Shepherd. That's the assurance of those who follow the paths of righteousness. And I just want to encourage you today to tell you that 2023 is going to be a better year, to encourage you to face 2023 with faith in your heart. Let it be a year of faith, not a year of worry. So let's say it together. Can you repeat after me? Let's declare Psalm 23 today. Let's say it together. Say, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness for His name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Friends, let's make 2023 a Psalm 23 year. We're so glad you started the year with us. Happy New Year. We hope to see you next week at Connect Community, West Hill High School, 10:30 a.m., so that we can celebrate together and begin our 21 days of prayer and fasting. We love you so much. Happy New Year. Have a great week. We'll see you on Sunday.